You are now tuned in to the Jmack Experience Podcast.
All right, we're back, and we got a very, very special guest on the show today. I'm sure you can recognize him from being on Ink Master, but he does way more than that. He does a lot of events, a lot of conventions. I actually met him at one of the conventions. He is Ink Master's own Steve Tefft. Tefft, how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. Good. I'm overly excited, to be honest. I didn't expect you to show up, but you're here, so thank you so much for coming.
I met you at the Tommy's Tattoo Convention at Mohegan Sun, and you know, you're a cool dude, man. You know, you come up to me with smiling. I'm like, all right. And then you're like, oh, let's do a podcast. I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I want to give you a round of applause for coming through and being on time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right.
Because that is very crucial. You know, like some people, they show up when they want to show up. You were here on time, on point. Thank you so much. How are you feeling today, man, before we begin?
I'm feeling good. You know, my birthday was yesterday, actually.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, bro. Turned a whopping 55.
Wow, you don't even look it.
Don't highly recommend that, but what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did you do for your birthday?
Actually, my girl got us a couple massages, and her daughters made us dinner.
Nice.
A good time, yeah.
So, do you like doing that once in a while? Get like a spa done. It's very relaxing.
I don't know about a spa. I just like massages.
Yeah, massage. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because there's a big difference. Right?
Yeah, spa. I'm not into like toes, mani-pedis, and all that stupid shit.
That's awesome. Anything else that you did? Oh, actually, before we continue, congratulations on your engagement.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Great lady. I don't know how she puts up with me.
Yeah.
But she deserves it. She's a great lady.
This is awesome. Episode 49. Steve Tefft is here. Let's get into the intro and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Jmack Experience Podcast. This show is for motivational purposes only. However, we will not be politically correct, but our goal is to inspire those who listen and watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us at the Jmack Experience Podcast and email us if you would like to be a guest on our platform at the Jmack Experience Podcast at gmail.com. Peace.
All right, man. Episode 49. We're going to get into this. So I like to start from the very beginning.
Okay.
You know, like pretty much I like to know the whole journey to got you to where you are now. Okay. So for those out there who are not familiar, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Steve Tefft, and I'm actually from Richmond, Rhode Island.
Really?
Yes.
This whole time, I would have never thought that you was from Rhode Island. Yeah. That's crazy.
Actually, it was called Alton. Right. Rhode Island, but they got rid of it for whatever weird reason. It's now all part of Richmond. Exit 3, Rhode Island.
So then your whole life in Richmond? Did you go to Providence, Cranston, anywhere else?
My whole life, and then I met a girl in college.
Got you.
From Johnston, and I started coming up this way, and been up this way ever since.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So now you're not in Rhode Island no more, I'm assuming, right?
Nope. I moved to Connecticut probably about 15 years ago.
Got you. How do you like Connecticut?
It's good, you know. I mean, I am a Rhode Island boy. I love Rhode Island. Yeah. Connecticut's pretty good, but something about Rhode Island, man.
And that is next to the city too. That's another thing. You're close to both zones, so you could go to Rhode Island, you could go to New York.
Yeah, so it's not bad.
A lot of things have happened in New York.
A lot of my friends own businesses in Rhode Island, so I'll still come over here and support them. And a lot of friends still over here. So
this is home for you.
This really is home.
That's awesome. That's why he's like, yeah, I know where the studio's at. I know where the fuck Cranston. I'm like, you sure you know where Cranston's at?
Yeah, I do. I actually got an ex-wife living down the street, I believe.
So growing up in Richmond, Rhode Island, like, can you bring me back to those earlier days? Like, how was life? Did you face any trials and tribulations? Come from a good family?
The funny part is I got pretty normal parents.
Right.
The funny part is my mom is pretty religious, and she was a Sunday school teacher.
Wow.
And I have all skulls and demons and death all over me.
666.
Oh, seriously, you know, so I don't know what happened, but I'd say pretty straightforward. Good parents, just really hardworking parents. You know,
that's
taught me how to work hard. That's about it.
So now that's pretty crazy because that's a crazy twist. Like your parents were into church and stuff like that. What made you decide? Because you don't just tattoo, you like horror.
Yeah.
You know, and like people that go to church, like I know a few people that are like, don't watch those movies. There's this and that, bad spirits. I don't believe in none of that shit, to be honest. I'm Catholic, but I don't believe in none of that crazy shit. I love horror as well.
Right.
So when you were a child, I'm pretty sure they didn't let you watch horror films, right?
Oh, they did. I mean, to a degree. So the funny part was in kindergarten,
right?
My mom got called into school because they thought I was an abused child because I would draw monsters all recess.
Oh,
So this started when I was whatever your age you are at kindergarten. I mean, well, I don't know how old you are. 5, 6. What is that? Kindergarten, 5, 6.
Yeah, like 5 years old.
Yeah. So I'm drawing monsters and bloody-eyed this, and so.
Well, so it started early. You were already drawing.
I was already drawing monsters back then.
Oh, that's what some of your favorite like monsters that you used to do? Do you remember? I know it's very
Like
long
Frankenstein, Wolfman, all that early stuff, all
Yeah.
the classic
The Mummy?
stuff. Not so much the Mummy because he wasn't scary. Just
Okay.
he had bandages. That's ain't scary shit.
Or the Witch. They had the Witch.
The Witch. But basically with Dracula, all that kind of shit.
Dracula, exactly.
Yeah, but then I remember probably the first one was The Exorcist. That was really pretty scary. That was scary as a kid.
That was one of your favorites?
Yeah, that was a scary one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's number one all time scary.
What
movie.
about like Poltergeist and Carrie and shit like that? You into that too?
Oh yeah, all horror movies. I mean, I remember when VCRs first come out. My grandmother bought one. They were like $1,000 back in the day.
$1,000
for a VCR. Yeah, and we could rent movies at $2 a piece for the week.
From Blockbuster.
No, there was no Blockbuster. This was
before
this
Blockbuster.
is way before Blockbuster.
Get the fuck out of
Remember,
this.
man,
Is interesting.
I'm 55, so we go back away.
Right, yeah.
So I would just go there and rent every horror movie. I'm talking Toolbox Murders, every Slumber Party Massacre, any old horrendous horror movie, even the cheesy ones. I sat and watched them.
Wow, just to see them.
Just to see them.
Right.
You know, you can stay home and watch movies, so that was great.
And so what about like some of the franchises? Like what are your favorite characters? Do you like Jason, Freddy Krueger? Like which do you like Michael Myers?
Yeah, I like them all to a degree. The only thing I don't like is when they get not scary anymore. Now they're kind of hokey.
When you just see it coming and it's just like
you've milked it enough. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like the funny part with Friday the 13th, the kid died in the first movie.
right.
And then the second and third movie, he's 6'5". And you know what I mean? I'm like, I thought he died. But anyway.
Or when they did Jason Goes to Space and shit like that. Like, where
Jason
the fuck are we going now?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, that's just, but I saw it.
Yeah,
So they
you
got my
just wanted
money.
to watch
So
it,
they
yeah.
got my money. So I'm all in.
see, like I'm 37, so I'm a little bit younger, but like now I'm into like Saw. I'm a big fan of it. Like those are like my kind of like, because I find them kind of scary too.
Well, the good thing now is they're taking some of the old stuff and revamping it with some modern twists. I kind of dig it. Sometimes they're fucking it up, but otherwise than that, it's been pretty good.
Exactly. And we were just talking before we started. I'm a big fan of the Terrifier too. And I feel like that franchise is going to be the next big thing. Like,
I think so too. I think it's really going to be like The Evil Dead. I think it's going to take something campy and get big with it.
Yeah,
I absolutely do. Because now everybody knows what the Terrifier is.
Exactly.
Everybody.
And they even have costumes and shit like that. Like they came
all over
so far.
Halloween, it was everywhere.
Everybody's
which is dope.
terrifying. Yeah,
Which is
it's
dope.
fucking crazy. So, all right. So you grew up in Richmond, good family. You started drawing early on.
Yep.
When was like the first time that you seen a tattoo and then you kind of got inspired? Because I read a little something said that you saw a Grim Reaper.
Yes.
And you was fascinated by it.
Yep. So our next door neighbor had a tattoo,
Right.
a Grim Reaper. And I said to my mom, Mom, what is that? She goes, that's a tattoo. I said, I want to do that. And I had to be like 7, 8 years old.
7 years old. Yep.
Something like that.
That's what it said. Yeah.
Back when no one was doing tattoos.
At all.
I didn't even know how to to reach out to people.
It was a taboo too. Like if you had a tattoo, you're like, oh he's a
yeah. You
gangster.
were absolutely a scumbag.
A scumbag.
Straight up
exactly.
scumbag.
Or a biker.
Oh yeah.
people,
That's what it was. Bikers, whores,
Yeah.
sailors, whores and bikers. That's what it was.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. And a lot of people, everybody has tattoos now.
Everybody, you're weird if you don't have one.
Exactly.
People will call you out like if you don't have a tattoo, like, yo, why don't you have one? Back in my day, it was like, why would you do that to yourself?
So when you see the Grim Reaper, right, it just sparked something in you that you said, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
I guess so, because I remember exactly what it looks like. It was an old school one, what weren't done very well back then, but I said, that's what I want to do. And luckily, my brother had a friend who was a fisherman.
Right.
Back when all those dudes made a lot of money.
Right.
So the very first tattoo magazine came out. In the back of the magazine, you could buy a tattoo equipment.
Tattoo gun and all that.
And so I said, if you buy this for me, I'll tattoo you for the rest of your life.
Wow.
And he bought it for me, and I started hacking him up.
Wow, that is crazy. How old were you when you started?
18.
Oh, so you were legally, I thought you started earlier than that.
No, about 18.
Okay, so did you have any other dreams? Like, did you think this was something you're going to do for the rest of your life?
No, I was going to be a rock star. I'm a metal drummer.
It's so crazy because when I seen you, I told you that at the convention. Yeah. I thought you was a dude from like Green Day or some shit like that.
So
do you get that a lot?
I'm a metal drummer.
Yeah.
So first people think like you in a band.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, I had really long hair.
Right.
hair down to my ass. So
That's crazy.
I told everybody I was a pretty girl back in the day.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
was a hot chick.
I was a wicked hot chick back in the day.
This is so dope.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I always thought I was gonna be a rock star.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? And quickly, everybody finds quickly that shit don't happen like ever.
Yeah, it's very rare. It's not like today. Like a lot of people get a studio and a setup and they're already a rapper.
No, I was
or
in
this
cover
or that.
bands. You know,
Yeah.
thought I was a big deal. We're doing cover bands, doing the area local,
Yeah.
and then you realize, it's a lot of work for no money.
Yeah.
Maybe $100 a night.
Yeah.
Carry around a drum set and be done at 3 a.m. and blah blah blah.
And back then it was very rare for people to just pick you up and you become very famous.
No, not happening.
Yeah.
And we didn't really write original music. It was about let's go play out and make money.
Yeah.
So playing everybody else's shit. You know what I mean? And we had a girl singer, so we're playing Janet Jackson. I mean,
What was the name of your band?
It was called Back for More.
Back for More.
Yeah, because my brother was in the same band.
Yeah.
Because my brother played guitar.
Right.
So he was in a band called Back to Back. So he left the band because my brother went deaf at 25.
Oh, damn. Sorry to hear that.
So yeah,
This is from playing rock and roll?
no,
shit?
it runs in my mom's side of the family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty hard of hearing, but
Yeah, me too.
luckily not too deaf. But drums don't help, loud music don't help. So they restarted the band. I said, let's just call it Back for More, and blah blah blah. And then I was in a couple other bands. One called Murder Fist, a band recently that I played out a few times at the convention.
Yeah.
Called Killing It.
Got you.
But I do it now more for fun.
So you still do
I still
music
drum.
and stuff like
I
that?
still
Oh,
drum.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I still metal drum.
So if they wanted to book you to do a show and stuff like that, you'll do it?
Well, I'd have to put my band back together right
Yeah,
now because
yeah,
we're
yeah.
all a little on hiatus.
Got you.
Yeah, so
So it's been a while.
it's better. We haven't played in a year.
Okay, that's not too
We haven't
long.
played- no.
Yeah.
We'll get it back together.
And then all your bandmates, these are the same people you grew up with?
No, so all my bandmates are a lot younger than me. They're all in their like early 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm the only guy that's like old.
That's
The old
crazy.
guy,
But
you
you're
know what I
the
mean?
you're the experienced one. that
Yeah,
you have.
I'm the metal guy.
That's
You know what I
fucking
mean?
awesome. Who are some of your favorite groups right now?
Right now, I mean, still love Lamb of God.
Kiss?
Kiss, yeah. I mean, Kiss. I mean, I don't listen.
It's
to
still
anything.
rocking.
The new shit, but
Yeah.
obviously old. That was my first favorite drummer. Ozzy, obviously all the old
Ozzy
shit.
Osbourne, yeah.
But all the new stuff like Big Lamb of God, Judas Priest.
You like System of the Down?
Not really.
Slipknot?
Yes.
Korn?
No.
You're not a fan of Korn?
No, for some reason, I call them college metal.
Yeah, okay.
And it's weird not to be a snob, which I kind of am.
Yeah.
I'm very judgmental with shit. I'm
Gotcha.
that guy like, if people in college listen to it, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like it took me forever to come around to Slipknot because they were so popular. I'm like, I'm not listening.
Exactly.
And then later on, I listened. I go, no, these guys are good. I like them.
Yeah, they're really good.
I kind of caught on the back end of it.
Got you. Because me, I'm gonna be honest, I listen to all genres, right?
Right.
Obviously, you could tell I like hip hop the
Right.
most out of all, but
Right.
I listen to like Jimi Hendrix because I love the history of music,
Right,
you know.
right,
So
yeah.
I'll go back even to Mozart, like
Right, yeah.
I just love how it evolved. Is
Well,
what
good
you could
music
say.
is good music. Doesn't matter the
It doesn't
genre.
matter the genre.
Like I'm not a big hip hop fan. I like very few, but
right.
I'm back when like Run DMC. This
Yeah,
is when
Walk
I was
This
coming
Way,
up.
yeah.
All that shit coming up. It was the Fat Boys and all that kind of
Right.
shit. But mostly metal. Always
Metal's your thing.
Metal's my shit.
That's fucking crazy. Have you ever seen like Metallica and people like that play?
See Metallica. I've actually tattooed Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, that is
I hung out with this drummer for Lamb of God. I got a great story about that one. This one's good.
Oh, tell me.
So Jesse from the show, Jesse Smith from
Exactly.
season 2, he was on another season, and we did these little things like called viewing parties.
Right.
So none of us ever saw once we got off the show what the show looked like until everybody saw it, until they put it on TV.
Right.
They didn't send us the episodes early, so we had to go watch it when you watched it.
Oh, so
We sat down and watched it when you watched it going, ooh, what the fuck did they do there? Or did they move this around? So Jesse said, hey, man, come to Virginia to a viewing party of mine. I'm like, dude, that's like 8-hour drive. He goes, yo, the drummer for Lamb of God's going to be here, Chris. I'm like, I got to meet that dude. He's like one of my idols.
wow.
He goes, but he just got out of rehab. So I go, Jesse, is that going to be cool, man? Because you're having it at a bar. You throw these things at bars. No, he's good.
He's gonna relapse fucking with you.
So
It definitely did, right?
So I show up, me and him hit it off, and we're bullshitting and we're judging some tattoos. And the lady comes over, she goes, oh, what do you have, Steve? At the time I was drinking Jameson and ginger. I'll do a Jameson and ginger. Chris goes, like, what do you have, Chris? He goes, I'll do no duels. That's cool, man. Blah, blah, blah. We're bullshitting, having a good time. I'm having another Jameson and ginger. He goes, yo, man, get me one of those. I'm like, fuck.
Sure? You're like, you sure you want this?
So I just said, fuck in my head. I'm like, man, what do I do? This guy's a metal drummer. Like, what do I do?
Right.
I'm like, Give my boy what he wants. He's a metal drummer. This is metal.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we're getting fucked up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Not that.
Cigarettes.
Not that. Not that. That came much
It
later.
all comes into
That came much
fucking-
later. That came later. I was late in life with cocaine.
Those are those wild nights, man.
Yeah, that came later. But
Trust me, I know. I've been in the mix long enough. Like I used to pop a lot of ecstasy. That was my thing.
I never did it.
Yeah, it was like, because I like to party and shit. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I feel like, they say cocaine's a rich man's drug. So like, they say it only lasts a few minutes. And I'm like, I'm not so, but ecstasy, it lasts like fucking 10 hours.
See, I never took ecstasy because I'm like, I like sex already.
Yeah.
It already controls my life and fucks my life up. I
Well,
don't need to
definitely
make it
fucked my
better.
life up
I
when
don't
I
need to
started
make
doing
it
that.
better and chase it even more.
That's a fact.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a
You
fact.
can only date so many strippers before you get it through your head like this is not the way to go.
Well, that's exactly how I ended up starting it, was with a stripper,
Oh,
and then we would fuck insane, like fucking to the next day we'll open the covers, it's fucking daylight.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
birds
holy
are
shit,
chirping.
this is amazing. Like,
Yeah, that shit's not good.
you'll
for
sleep
it.
for like a day and a half.
Yeah,
Crazy shit.
That's just
Crazy
not good.
benders.
Yeah, just one of those things you're glad you did it, but it's definitely something you got to leave
I'm
behind.
glad I did it in my 20s.
Yeah,
'cause right now I would have had a heart
Oh, I
attack.
can't handle it anymore. Don't even want to.
Yeah.
That's the best part. I didn't want to be out there.
You need
late
like a
anymore.
week to recover.
I can't
You
do
just-
it. Hangovers are 3 days. I can't do it.
Facts. All right, so now you've seen the Grim Reaper. I just want to backtrack just a
Yeah,
little bit before we go too forward. You got the tattoo equipment because I know
Yep.
I heard a tattoo artist once told me if someone says a tattoo gun, you know they're not a real tattoo artist. Is that true?
Not really. I mean, this slang, it's like, tattoo parlors, tattoo shops.
Gotcha.
Tattoo artists, tattooists. It's like some people call the guns. Like the first guy I worked for, he was a biker.
Right.
He's like, don't call the gun. Guns kill people. I'm like, really, bro? Does it really matter that fucking much? Like, seriously.
I'm doing my fucking job
Just
here.
bullshit.
Right?
These people just snobs. Like, get over it, bro. But no, just, tattooed people out of my house for a while.
You started in your house. That's what I
Started in
wanted
my
to
house,
get to.
tattooing friends. And then AIDS hit.
Oh,
So this is like when,
super
92?
No, actually, like the late 80s, AIDS came out. Like when
but
crack was around and
But
shit.
I mean, but
89, 90.
it really bombed around
right,
92,
right,
94.
Yeah.
Before 94. So late 80s, early 90s.
So everybody was very shaky, I want to say.
Oh, so
right?
I stopped because I'm like,
Oh, you stopped?
Well, I didn't know how people were getting it. They would remember tears, kissing.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'm not fucking around with blood anymore. And I could prick myself. So I stopped for like 2 years.
So it was like the pandemic before the pandemic.
Pretty
type of
much.
thing.
And I'll
That's
tell you the
crazy.
craziest thing though. The Board of Health came in with AIDS. Never shut us down. Never nothing. Nobody got shut down by AIDS. Nothing.
Really?
They say if it's a piece of paper, you stick yourself, do these things. And AIDS was 100% death rate.
Yeah.
And with COVID, they shut us all down for fucking
Yeah,
sniffles.
yeah, because it was
Sniffles.
I think it was more of a government thing.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Listen, not to get political, they stole an election over it, so let's move on.
It's actually election day. Holy shit!
It is election
I forgot
day.
to mention that. Did you vote?
Yes, I did.
Who'd you vote for?
Trump.
Fucks with you, man. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. So I was saying either way. So middle class, we're considered middle class. I mean,
Yeah, I would say.
So I feel like if you vote Trump, he's for like the super rich, right? But he's a businessman, so financially everybody's been fucked.
The funny
lately.
part, what I don't understand is they keep saying he's for the super rich.
Right?
So and then this is all of them, both sides. They all say, we're going to tax the rich. Yet none of them do.
No, they don't.
Because who donates to their campaign?
Yeah.
All I know is this. I'm not saying Trump's a great guy, but my pockets are fat and my
Yo,
country
I
was
was gonna
safe.
say the same thing before
That's
you got
it.
to that.
That's
Exactly. Yeah. Right now, I feel like, and you know what's sad though? I feel like Camilla might win, not for nothing, only because they want to see a woman president, not
that's
because she's qualified.
That's a stupid reason. That's
and
like,
we don't want to get all political on this.
No,
but,
we're not trying to, but it's kind of like saying,
Yeah.
that guy's covered in tattoos. I want him to be my president.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Make me the most money and keep my country safe. I don't give a shit.
And I'm not gonna lie, this is the first election in the history of elections. It's like a fucking shit show. They're doing concerts during the fucking, like, what the fuck is going on here? I thought this was like something for the people to get better and help out America. This is like a shit show right now.
I think the powers
It's like a reality TV show.
I think the powers that be, even above politics, the real powers that be, are trying to control this whole thing, man. They tried to kill Trump twice.
Yeah,
And
that
our
was
own
crazy.
government tried to take him out.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. They tried to take him out because even Republicans, they like the shit the way it is. They're in
listen.
control and we ain't. Anyway,
I'm from Queens, so I kind of like fucking Trump because he's from Queens. So it's I'm like, yo, we got a president, you know,
it's
at the
hard
end
to-
of the day.
Plus, too, it's hard to hurt my feelings. I don't
Yeah,
give a fuck.
exactly. It doesn't even matter. I feel like people get so butthurt. Oh, how could you like Trump? How could you like this? It's like, bro, I just want, like you just said, my pockets were fat during the pandemic. I had money all the time.
No wars.
no wars. And
That's it.
now I can't even keep $2 to my name. It's fucking insane.
Nah, that's crazy.
You know? All right, so they didn't shut you down,
Nope.
right? So, but you said you were so you stopped doing tattoos for how long?
2 years.
2 years. And then what made you come back?
So I had a cousin who wanted to get a tattoo.
Okay.
And the town over in Connecticut called Groton, there's this guy, and I heard of him. I said, well, go to this guy. I heard he's pretty good.
Right.
And so I said, I'll go with you. So I went over there with him. He was working alone. And we got bullshitting. And he goes, what's your name? I go, Steve Tefft. He goes, I've heard of you. I heard of you.
Oh, he knew about you, right?
Yeah, back in the day, because I was doing,
Wow.
you know. And he goes, you looking for a job? I go, I guess. He goes, cool. You can start next week. I catch you stealing. I cut your thumbs off.
Oh, shit.
And that was it.
That's literally the
That's-
speech
that,
he gave?
That was it. He was a biker. And he meant
Wow,
it.
he wasn't fucking playing.
No, like I designed Hells Angels logos. I've tattooed
that's
all
crazy.
bikers.
You know, we got a Hells Angels. Well, out here, growing up out here, I lived right around the corner from the Hells Angels house, which
Yeah.
right on the West End. I'm sure
Yeah.
you're familiar with it.
Yep.
And I remember one time, because we were like filming and shit like that. I've always had a camera. I've loved
Right.
this shit, like filming, entertainment, all this stuff. But we were filming, and then like fucking 10 bikers came on. They're like, hey, what are you guys doing? You know, you can't film. This is copywritten. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even know. You know, they're like, I'm like, yeah, just erase that. They
Right.
made us erase the footage and
No, yeah,
everything. Like,
they don't play.
I was like, get the fuck
Those
out of here.
dudes-
Like,
Those
it was
dudes don't
crazy.
fuck around.
Yeah,
They do not fuck around.
But they were cool though. They were actually really nice.
They're
you know,
nice,
but they
they're
just
like
was like,
everybody else.
listen.
Fuck
we
around
don't
and find
allow-
out. Fuck
Yeah,
around
we don't
and find
allow
out.
that shit. So I was like,
Yeah.
I was very young at the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, growing up in New York, I never experienced some shit like that. You know, you have your mobsters and shit like that in
Yeah.
the city. But this was a whole nother level.
Yeah,
I'm
this
like,
is-
they popped up. I was like, holy shit. All right, so you started tattooing for him.
Yep.
And then how long were you there at that shop, more or less?
13 years.
13 years.
Yeah.
And this is in Connecticut.
It is, yeah.
And so how did you get, more or less what I'm leading into is, how did you end up on the show from there?
So basically, me and him had a falling out. I opened my own shop.
You got your own show.
Yep. And then Ink Master, the first one came out,
Okay.
season 1.
Right.
And Shane O'Neill, who tattooed me, I said, yo, that's Shane. That's dope. And I started watching the show. And then Shane won. So here's the funny story. So I get this random email of, Ink Masters is casting in New York City. If you're on the East Coast, come to New York.
Come through.
Come through. So at the time, I was dating this dancer. And
You fucks with the strippers. I think
Oh, dude.
me and you cannot hang out because I love
No.
fucking strippers too. Like,
well,
strippers are fucking
I'm
dope.
engaged now, so that's behind me. But anyway,
Bro, you know what it is? Not to cut you off. I used to wake up and be the first one at the strip club. I'm talking about they'll be like, the girls are not even ready yet. That's how bad I
That
was.
was
But this is
never
when
me.
you're fucking around.
Yeah,
doing
no,
drugs
that
and all
wasn't
shit.
me. That was just
yeah.
more of a-
I was really into
it's
the
funny.
fucking.
I was more of a pop-in guy.
Got you.
I always had girlfriends. So when I break
yeah.
up, I pop in the strip club. Me and my buddies will go, and, whatever. So met this chick, liked her, and we hadn't hooked up yet. I said, well, take her to New York. She'll definitely will hook up. I'm pressing her. I'll impress her. I'm trying out for a TV show.
Yeah.
Never in a million years think I was going to get on.
Exactly.
So-
you had no intention either way,
No,
right?
so-
Well, you didn't think it was gonna happen.
No. So I show up with her. We show up the night before. We party till 6 a.m. My casting call was at 10:30.
Oh my god, you broke night? Oh my god.
I had 2 hours of sleep.
The worst thing to do.
So I get there, and I think it helped me because I don't know if I was still drunk, hungover. I don't know what I was.
So you aced it.
But I wasn't nervous. I was just tired.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and so this is literally how it went. So I brought my portfolio. They looked at it. There's a bunch of young women, though.
A lot
So
of
the
women.
casting call was all young women. I mean, the casting
Right.
was all young women.
That were trying out.
No, they were casting us.
Oh, the women that were
So-
picking the people.
Yes.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
the casting service.
Right.
So it's not like all these stuffy guys. So you're a little more relaxed. Like, oh, it's a bunch of young girls,
Yeah.
blah, blah. So then they just literally looked at my portfolio. Maybe 3 minutes, threw it down and said, so tell us about yourself. Right? Now I'm wearing this crazy yellow, green shirt.
You sure knew how to stand out.
Yeah, that's that Robert Graham shit I wear. They're like $300, $400 a shirt.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, Robert Grant. I think I got a book bag from them.
Yeah,
A nice
so,
black leather
so
book
I
bag.
have a ton of their shirts. That's what I wore on the show, all those crazy shirts.
Oh, really?
They're
Okay.
like $300 to $500 a piece, those fucking
Yeah.
things. Yeah, so anyway.
Became your signature.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So long story short, they're like, what makes you different? I'm like, I don't like other tattoo artists. They're like, why? I said, because they're just weird for being weird. I said, I'm a normal guy. I just happen to be good at tattooing.
Exactly.
I said, I wear colors. I said, but I just happen to tattoo death and hate and Satan and all that shit.
Yeah.
So they're like, you like this all the time?
I love the devil.
Right? So they're like, you like this all the time? I go, yeah, this is me. Like, this is what you get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You cool with me? I'm cool with you. If you're not, then fuck it. Let's find out.
Yeah.
You know, so, and they said, can you go away for up to 2 months? I said, I guess it's possible.
If you pick me.
If you pick me.
Yeah.
So I go home. They call me a day later that we need to come back and see what you look like on camera. I said, all right, I'll be back.
Like an audition.
Yes. Yeah. So I grabbed my girl. I said, yo, let's go hit New York one more time. See if I get this. So I just go to the building I got to be at. I said, I got to find a bar. Like, immediately, I'm nervous.
You need to have a drink.
I walked in the bar. I said, set up 6 shots. So he set up 6 shots. I hammered 6 shots down.
All 6 of them in a row?
Oh, yeah. I was a drinker.
Oh, you don't fucking
No,
play.
I was a drinker.
What do you like to drink?
Back then, it was whiskey. Jack Daniels.
You like whiskey.
Yeah, it was whiskey and vodka.
Yeah, I like vodka.
Now it's tequila, Jameson, shit like that.
Shit to smooth you out, right?
Yeah. Now I do.
Vodka gets you like all fucking night. You're
now
like,
I don't pound, but
yeah.
Well, I haven't drank now in like 10 months. But anyway.
That's good. So you staying sober?
Well, I'll tell you
pick and choose.
Well,
right?
I'll tell you the reason. But anyway, so I walk in. I'm not nervous. I'm smooth. I'm smiling. I'm pretty lit.
Yeah. You're ready.
I'm lit as fuck. Actually, I didn't realize how lit I was. And they say, "Okay, we like it." Right? Exactly. So then they just said, "Can you go?
Shit.
Can you go away for up to 2 months?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Wait a minute." I go, do we get conjugal visits? She goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "You not know what conjugal means?"
I need some fucking pussy on this fucking
right?
show.
So she goes,
I'm
"What
gonna
do you
bang
mean?"
all the bitches there.
I go, yeah, like my girlfriend. They're like, "Oh no, you're sequestered.
Oh,
So you go in the house, you don't leave the house. No one visits you until you're kicked off.
you're like locked off.
You're
from the
locked
world.
up.
No cell phone, no nothing, right?
You get your cell phone at night.
Oh shit.
After cameras are going down, so it's 9:30 in the morning till 9:30 at night.
And a whole bunch of fuckery shit going on the whole day, right?
Well, you're filming and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Then at night, they give you the phone back and you get the kind of call and.
Oh shit, this
So-
is crazy.
But I'm like, that's the longest I've gone without not being laid. It's 9 fucking weeks. So you guys are killing me. You guys are killing me, man.
Can you bang the other girls that are there?
No. I guess you could. It wasn't not for me.
You're like, I'm all set.
Not for me. No, not my job.
Yeah. So what
But
happens?
plus, 2 on the show, I had a girlfriend.
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
You were respectful. You were loyal.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so do the audition?
Yeah.
They tell you the ins and outs, all that stuff. Obviously, you got to sign up.
No.
Oh, they didn't.
They don't tell you ins and outs of nothing. They just said, show up in New York at this time, all your clothes packed,
They pick you up.
pick you up in the morning, and you started filming that day. Didn't know what the fuck was going on. They don't tell you anything.
They film it in New York.
That one they filmed in Jersey.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that one they filmed in Jersey.
That is crazy. So,
Actually, all the way up, they filmed every season up to, I want to say 12, 13, all in Jersey. Same house.
and then I could tell you're not for the bullshit. And then a lot of people there, they try to do too much, right? Like they want to be like